Today's video, I just want to chat about steroids, prednisolone, prednisone. So I have been on prednisolone since 2019. So I started taking this for my dermatomyositis. So I was given this initially at 40 milligrams when I was first ill, to stop the inflammation before I was then put on to other medication. So it was initially put on at 40 milligrams and then over time, it was reduced. Excuse me. So it was reduced and managed to get down to 3 milligrams just late last year, which then flared. My disease flared, which has then put me in the position I am in now. So I am now back at 30 milligrams, and which is why I'm making this video, because I have been at 30 milligrams for 10 weeks now. Now, even back in 2019, I wasn't at 40 milligrams for this long. I was back then at 40 milligrams, I think, for a few weeks, and then went down to like 30, then 20 fairly quickly. So I have been at 30 milligrams for 10 weeks. And it is not fun. So I'm going to talk about the plus side and the downsides of being at high dose steroids for this amount of time. So what I have been experiencing at this time. So the plus side is that I have had so much energy. I have felt great. I've been making the most of it, which has been amazing. So because dermatomyositis is, it's an inflammatory disease, so lots of inflammation going on in the muscles. And I also have psoriatic arthritis, which is another inflammatory condition. I have other inflammatory conditions, so lots of inflammation going on in my body. So the steroids being at this dose is great because it's taken away all the inflammation from all these conditions. So for the first time, even before being diagnosed 5 years ago, I don't have all this inflammation going on, which is making me feel amazing. It's making me feel the most normal that I have felt in a long time. So I'm able to do lots of things that I haven't been able to do in years. Just basically function is the best that I've been able to function. So it's given me, I definitely feel less disabled than I have in many years, which has been really nice. So I'm making the most of that. So I'm able to get things things done around the house and go out and visit family, just do everyday things that lots of people just take for granted. So that has been amazing. I've been enjoying that, loving that. So it's definitely just been the closest to normality that I've felt in such a long time. So that has been the plus side, the biggest plus side. No pain. There is literally no pain. It's taken away all the pain, all the inflammation, all the swellings, all the weakness. So that's been amazing. That is the good side of prednisolone. That is the plus side of steroids. It's even taken away the migraines. So I get intracranial hypertension, again coming from inflammation, from all the inflammatory conditions which trigger migraine. So I haven't had migraine. I've had a few, but I used to have lots, like every month. I have been started on new migraine medications, so that could have a lot to do with it. But even when I was on those, I was still having more frequent migraines. So it's been since I've been on the steroids at this dose that they've kind of weaned off a bit. So I think that's had a lot to do with taking away the inflammation again in my head as well. So lots of pluses there. The downsides. So I actually have steroid induced diabetes. So now that I'm back up at this dose of steroids, my blood sugars have gone crazy. So I've definitely noticed that my diabetes is really not controlled anymore, no matter how good I'm eating. So I've been eating lots of, I had fixed my diet. Over Easter I have been eating chocolate, but that knocked that on the head yesterday. So I had fixed my diet, been eating lots of good salads, food, all the right stuff to to try and control this, because I knew that my diabetes was going to go crazy with the steroids. But there's just no controlling it with the steroids. It's just going to go crazy. Have tried to adapt, the diabetes team have tried to adapt my diabetes meds, but it's just gone crazy with the steroids. So that's one of the downsides. Another downside, facial hair. I am constantly plucking hairs out my chin. I've constantly got a moustache going on with the steroids. That was something that I'd forgotten about from before. It's on the daily. I'm like getting rid and it's back. It's just constant. But that will go away, because I remember years ago on the 40 milligrams, I was getting like really lots of facial hair, and it does go away. Like when you reduce the steroids, it will go away. You're not going to be stuck with like a beard or something, trust me. I'm very irritable. So I feel like I've constantly got PMS. It's like the slightest thing is irritating me. It's really bad. I've actually found myself, like I bought myself a step, you know, like not like the stepper machine, but like just the step. And I'll sometimes have to just put that in front of the TV and just do the step, so that I can burn off some of the extra like irritability that I find that I've got, especially if I have eaten something sugary, because it just makes it even more, it just makes me even more irritable. So you get definitely more irritable, which the cat, she's behind there, she's sunbathing. Like if she's at me meowing, like I'm just like, oh, it's just like the steroid rage. I'm just so irritable. And when I do have PMS on top of that, it's hell on earth. So yeah, the irritability is not fun at all on steroids. So I'm definitely noticing that. And I've definitely, something that I noticed before as well, is sort of like, I get more of an understanding of people who experience OCD. I noticed it before, like I can't settle, like I noticed every little detail. I can't even settle to watch TV. Like I'll put a programme on, I'll be like, nope, can't watch that, put something else on, can't watch that. I get a bit obsessive, like I've been on Vinted buying everything. Like, no, I need to have this, I need to have that, I need to have this. Yeah, my brain is just in overdrive with when I'm on steroids, and I noticed that last time. I remember, like I couldn't even sit. If I would be sitting, and if I noticed a little corner of something sticking out of a drawer or something, I had to go and fix it. If something wasn't lining up, I had to go fix it. So yeah, it just, everything's in overdrive when you're on high dose steroids. So I'm definitely noticing that again. So yeah. And I think the biggest thing, yeah, definitely the biggest thing is the weight gain, and I'm hating it. So that's me being on 30 milligrams now for 10 weeks, and that's me now I've gained a stone. And like I said, I have been eating chocolate over Easter, and I did eat quite a bit of chocolate, not gonna lie. But otherwise, my diet has been great. Like I'm pretty much clean eating. It's all been baked potato, salads, fruit. Like I've been eating so well, and I've gained a stone. So that's in 10 weeks of steroids. That's how quickly I've gained, and I'm hating it, and my face is really round. So obviously, for people who know, the moon face that you get with steroids, and I am very much getting that. And it's just a worry, because that's 10 weeks. I don't see my consultant again until the 23rd of May, which is, you know, a good 3 weeks away. And in 3 weeks, how much more weight am I going to gain? So it is a worry. I do not like the weight gain with steroids. It is the biggest thing. I'm absolutely hating it. So I think from what the kind of research, the videos I've been watching on YouTube as well, is I'm going to start from today, well, from yesterday actually. Obviously I've cut out the sugar and the dairy, and then also low sodium, because I think it's a lot of water weight you gain through with the steroids as well, and just drinking lots of water to flush out. So that's the plan, and I'll check back in and see how that works. But I'm hoping that when I see my consultant on the 23rd, that he does reduce the steroids. And again, as much as I am looking forward to reducing the steroids, because I can't stay at this level much longer, with that is going to come the inflammation is going to come back, the lack of function is going to come back, the inflammation is going to come back. I'm going to feel, you know, I'm going to have less energy. So, you know, I might flare up again. So you've got to weigh it up. It's not a nice position to be in. But anyway, that's my take on the pluses and the downsides of high dose steroids. Whatever you do today, I hope you get to spend your spins on something fun and enjoy the weather, if you have nice weather wherever you are. Today here in Scotland it is very sunny. I think we're having a bit of a heat wave this week. Bye.